Is there any pain duller, more persistent than grief? This door isn't locked. It's simply made of a veil of mist that consciousness can pass through. She saw her father, but he wasn't the angry man from that last day. He radiated an immense sense of peace. When you think of someone who's gone with love, it's like lighting a beacon in their world. They rush toward that light. Death is not the end of love. Those who have left have only moved into the next room.
Welcome to the Esoteric Worlds. I'm Chokri, Hypnotherapist and Medium. Today, I'm sharing with you a new experience from my journey. Open your mind and let's dive together into the invisible worlds.
Is there any pain duller, more persistent than grief? That feeling that a door has been slammed shut for good, leaving us with thousands of unanswered questions and "I love you" stuck in our throats. But what if I told you that door isn't locked? That it's simply made of a veil of mist that consciousness can pass through? Today, we're exploring the afterlife, not as a religious concept, but as a vibrational destination. We're going to talk about communication, channeling, and how hypnosis can help us build a bridge to those who came before us. Communicating with the dead is a practice as old as humanity itself. From Greek oracles to Siberian shamans, humans have always sought to keep the connection alive. But in the 21st century, we have new tools. Esoteric hypnosis, for example, allows us to quiet our analytical mind. This mind is the one that tells us, "Nah, that's just your imagination. You're making up this message." By putting it on standby, we access our unconscious, which is where our psychic abilities reside. During a channeling session, what we're looking for isn't just to hear a voice, but to pick up on a vibrational signature. Every soul has a unique energetic imprint, kind of like a scent or a color that's all its own. When I connect with a deceased person for a client, the first thing I receive is a very specific emotion or memory that only the client can confirm. That's the proof that the connection has been made. I remember a particularly moving session with a young woman who had suddenly lost her father. She was eaten up by guilt over an argument that happened the day before the tragedy. Under hypnosis, we rose to a higher vibrational plane, what I call the reunion room. She saw her father, but he wasn't the angry man from that last day. He radiated an immense sense of peace. The message he conveyed wasn't made of words. It was a feeling of warmth in her chest that said, "Everything is already forgiven, because from here, I see the whole of your heart, not just your mistakes." That's the magic of the afterlife. On the other side, your perspective changes. Earthly grudges seem trivial. Departed souls don't judge us. They watch us with the kindness of an adult watching a child take their first steps. They see our struggles, our doubts, and they constantly try to send us signs. But how do they receive our messages? The deceased are extremely sensitive to thought. A thought is a wave. When you think of someone who has passed with love, it's like lighting a beacon in their world. They rush toward that light. On the other hand, a pain that's too heavy, a grief that refuses to let go, can act like a chain that keeps the soul close to the earth, preventing it from moving forward in its evolution. To love is also to know when to let go so the other can take flight. The afterlife isn't a geographical place. It's not up in the clouds. It's right here in another layer of reality. To communicate with them, you don't need any complicated rituals. Light a candle, create some silence, and just talk to them simply and sincerely. Then pay attention. The message might not come in the form of a voice. It might be a feather found in an unlikely place, a dream with absolute clarity, or that feeling of a gentle touch on your hair when you least expect it. Death is not the end of love. It's the end of physical presence, but the beginning of a different relationship, more subtle, more spiritual. By learning to listen to messages from the beyond, we realize that we are never truly alone. The thread of life is continuous, and those who have left have only moved into the next room.
That's all for this episode of Esoteric Worlds. If you really enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. See you soon for new adventures.